evening, everyone. My name is Paul-Esupofo. Welcome to day 3 of the 90-day screenplay classes. And tonight we're going to be having a lot of fantastic things for all of us. And it's going to be awesome, awesomely awesome. Because it is time for us to get it right from this angle of the great things that God wants us to do per time. And I must confess to you, don't give up on your dream. Always know that God is not a man that he should lie. So please just raising yourself, invite your friends, call your friends right now. Let's have this thing done. Go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, invite your friend, share with them. In case this is your first time of being here, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. It's very good. Subscribe now because it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be something you yourself will always remember and always be glad that you're part of. And like I told us, it's not going to be a long thing. It's going to be a very short and meaningful. And we have started the 90-day screenplay from concept to polish. That is, we need to look at a lot of things, and this is like a screen guide for many of us. And we are in week 1, which we have to look at ourselves. Yesterday we talked about something wonderful about showing up. So today we're going to be doing something. And don't forget that we're always starting with something like a quote. And I told you I'm not the author of the book. The author of the book is Alan Wirtz. And he has done a lot of justice thing. I told us I'm going to give you my own practical examples and some of the experiences I have before now on the field and for more than 20 years. So the title tonight is What Happens Next? What happens next? But before we go to that, we go to our quote. Be curious, not judgmental. Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman. Be curious, not judgmental. If you're curious to ask questions, you're going to get a lot. But if you quickly make your conclusion, you may not know or have something to be added to your life because you have made your conclusion before the fact, and that's not too good. Okay? Hi, screenwriters. I'm talking like a Highland now. Hi, screenwriters. As we imagine the word of our story, we continually ask, what happens next? What happens next? With each idea or image that comes to us, we follow it to its conclusion. At this point, we are not trying to figure out our story. We are just panning for gold. Let's say we imagine our protagonist having an argument with his wife. What happens next? Does he confess something? Does she reveal something? How does it escalate? How does the story turn? And then what? And then what? And then what? Keep asking. Here is what we are not doing. We are not trying to figure out a plot so that we can place our character into it. We are not outlining anything. Character suggests plot. Write it down. Character suggests plot at this moment. As we imagine our characters in relationship to each other, situations naturally emerge. I work with many writers who cling desperately to the ideas of the plot, only to realize later that they have painted themselves into a corner. They reach a point in the story where they are moving their character around like chess pieces in an attempt to fulfill their idea of the story. Yet the character's behavior no longer rings true. By allowing our characters to live and interact in our imagination without following a prescribed plan, our subconscious is free to make non-linear connection that our conscious mind would never have delivered. This process is thrilling because our characters are alive. Our characters are alive. Our characters are alive. They are engaged with each other because we have not restricted ourselves by prematurely imposing a plot. They can change with a flick of our pen. We are not bound to them because we are not labored for months, refining scenes that they may not make the final draft? What if we realize that our hero, a hardened New York cop, suddenly worked better as a female than a male? What if our romantic comedy suddenly tells us that it wants to move from a sweltering summer in New Orleans to Christmas in Vermont? We have not become so tied down by details that we cannot alter their location or switch their gender. Now, let's go. Having said what I've said tonight, you can see that you're just pouring your heart. In the first 3 days now, you're just pouring your heart. You are not being programmed with it. You're just pouring your heart and all that. And I'm going to tell you something very quickly and very shortly. Exploring the log line. Exploring the log line. Heston said, H-E-I-N, S-T-E-I-N, said, if you can't say it simply, you don't know it well enough. If you can't say it simply, you don't know it well enough. A log line is usually a single sentence that tells us what the movie is all about. It's different from synopsis. Okay? This is very different from synopsis. A log line is a single sentence that tells us what the movie is all about. A log line not only summarizes the screenplay, but also includes the obstacle that our heroes must overcome in achieving his goal. It hooks our imagination by distilling the story to its essential conflict. A log line is not strictly the purview of high concepts in cult movies. Our script must be as complex and multi-layered as we wish. However, we might also be surprised that when we distill our idea to one sentence, we are led to a clearer understanding of its core idea. Movie example. Bridesmaid. A cynical woman has lost faith in love, is asked to be the maid of honor at her best friend's wedding. Jerry Maguire. After losing his job for encouraging his co-worker to run a gentler company, a sport agent set out to live up to the value he asserted. It's a log lines. The Attack. Have you watched the film The Attack? An Arab doctor learned that his wife was a suicide bomber in Tel Aviv and dives into her past to learn the truth. Now it's your turn. Can you try something? Can you type it for me? Because this is practical. When writing your log line, focus on the plot, not on the theme. Focus on the plot, not on the theme. Don't tell us that the Jaws is a metaphor for comforting our darkest fear. Tell us. A great white shark terrorized a coastal town on the 4th of July weekend when the city fathers fired the local sheriff to keep the beach open. Clearly express the conflict, please. Describe the order that the protagonist must overcome in achieving his goal. And finally, simplify. Simplify. Distill it. Get rid of adjectives. Don't thrill us with how sinister your bad guy is and how stunningly beautiful the heroine is. Your casting director will take care of that. We are interested at this time in exploring the nature of the dilemma. Now let's go for exercise. Writing exercise for today. Let's go now. Spend 10 minutes exploring your log line. Spend 10 minutes exploring your log line. Log line. See if you can distill your idea down to one statement, to one sentence, to one sentence. You can try. Let's try. Okay. So take your 10 minutes to do that. Okay. Number 2, Write for 5 minutes, beginning with what I want to express through this story is. Let's go. What I want to express this story is the man who killed our father, someone who was a breadwinner, later fall in love with one of the daughters of the late man. And the woman later discovered the murderer. I'm just giving an example. That's not exact, okay? Now spend 10 minutes to do that. Then the next one is write for 5 minutes. Keep on writing for 5 minutes. Just keep on writing. You're pouring your heart at this time. Just keep on writing for 5 minutes. This exercise addresses the reason you want to tell your story. This is not about the specific character in your story or even a specific event. There is something universal that you want to express, something that everybody can relate with. The guy started with, I was raped when I was 14. And that boy fell in love to another thing. Okay, so you need to look at that very well. Let's go to the last exercise tonight. And like I told you, it's not going to be long. As your protagonist, write for 5 minutes, beginning with A, my last thought before I go to sleep. My last thought before I go to sleep is, well, B, if anyone knew this about me, I would be crushed. There's sometimes I don't watch TV. C, I will be redeemed when I give my life to Jesus. When I give my life to Jesus. So those are the things I wanted to work on this and work very well. Make sure you are very comfortable with all these questions and all that. Make sure you also be prepared. You know, like I said, each of the day may not even like 15 minutes, even me, some can just be 10 minutes. Okay, some can just be 10 minutes, some can be more. Okay, it depends on what we have for the day. But I won't deceive you. It's going to be very, very good for us because we're still in week 1. So if you have not joined, go and watch day 1, day 2. You have not gone far now. The time is coming, we'll be day 90. So let's get ready for ourselves and make sure you get what is necessary. Tonight is what happens next. So if you look at it and you don't think about it, just get a log line and then you know what to do at the time. Remember, Eston said, if you can't say it simply, you don't know it well enough. You don't know it well enough. If you can't say it simply, you don't know it well enough. So thank you very much for your time. God bless you. Please do the exercise. Drop it in the comments. All this exercise must be dropped in the comments. We'll see it there. Just drop it there. I will read it, and I promise you, I promise to respond. Okay. Thank you so much. Till tomorrow, until tomorrow, I remain Paul-Esupofo. Don't forget, go buy this book and let's follow together. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.